Hello friends, it's Caddy. I'm back with another video for Cat Scrappiness, and I want to remind you, if you place any orders in the Cat Scrappiness shop, use my code, which is Caddy10, and you will receive 10% off of your order. And remember, Cat has a deal of the day now, so you can get discounts on products every day in the shop. So make sure you check it out. It will be linked below. So for today's layout, I am using some awesome products from the shop. I began with this stencil. This is a stencil by the Crafters Workshop that Kat sent me, and it's a beautiful butterfly stencil, and it's actually called Mini Rose Butterfly Trail. So I'm going to use, through the stencil, I'm going to use this Nuvo Embellishment Mousse. And how the mousse works, it's kind of pasty when you open it. And when you add water to it, it kind of softens up and becomes a really smooth mousse. So I went ahead and added some water to that. And I did it off to the side. I kind of moved some over to a little piece of packaging that I had there. I'm going to go ahead and just put that through my stencil, and it works very, very nicely. It's kind of like a dimensional paste. You don't want to add too much water, because when you add too much water, what happens is it kind of bleeds through your stencil. So little tip for you, don't add too much water. Just add a little bit so that you can get that smooth consistency, but not too much. You want to be careful, because it will bleed. Mine on the left hand side did kind of bleed a little bit through my stencil, but it's okay, it still looks great. And this is a perfect stencil for this. So I went ahead and just flipped the stencil over so that I could get the mirror image of the butterflies on the right hand side, and I just did it a little bit more towards the top, so I moved the stencil up a little bit, and I did mark where my photo was going to go. I just kind of drew a thin pencil line around it so that I could go ahead and add those butterflies and make sure they're peeking out from the sides of my photo. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take some of my Tim Holtz and Ranger Distress inks, and these are available in the shop as well. Cat carries a few colors of these and a few of the sets of these. This color I'm using here is Cracked Pistachio. So what I'm doing is I'm just smushing down the actual ink pad onto a piece of just packaging, and I'm adding water to it. And you can do this on a kind of a palette for watercolors, or any surface that you can smush down the pad to it, and just kind of add water and make it into a watercolor. So it's a really cool effect. I'm just going around the butterflies and kind of coloring around them just to give them some fun shading and color. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to start off with this color, which is a Cracked Pistachio. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a couple other colors too. But I really love how this turned out. And it just added so much to this layout. So, I mean, the Nuvo paste itself is great, but this just added a whole other look to it. So this is another color, another distress ink, and it's Fossilized Amber. And these three colors that I'm using actually come in a set, which you can get in the shop, and they come with a fourth color as well, a blue color. I can't remember the name of it. So I did the yellow, and then I'm doing the pink, which is Abandoned Coral. And what I'm going to do, and I'm not sure if I do it on camera, is I'm going to actually use kind of the ink itself without adding water to it. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of a darker shading inside of the butterflies. And I will do that. I think I do that off camera. But yeah, basically I just smush down the, and there I go. I'm doing it on camera. Just kidding. I just smushed down the color without adding any water to it, so I get the more concentrated color, and I'm just adding that to the centers of the bigger butterflies just for some interest. So there it is, all done. I love how it looks. And my picture, I decided to just add some foam behind it to just raise it up, and I'm not even going to add anything behind it. I don't think that it needs it. So I'm taking this little template. This is from Amy Tangerine, and it's an embroidery template, and I'm just using that scallop border edge, and I'm going across the whole bottom, and I'm going to do the same thing on the top. So I'm using embroidery floss in 3 coordinating colors, and I'm just going to do each scallop in different colors, you can see there, in the same repeating pattern. So I decided to use these stickers. Now I'm going to change my mind about these stickers. What I'm going to do, or what I thought I was going to do, is just kind of directly ink the thickers so that I can get the color that I wanted, but that really wasn't working. So I came back and I decided to use gesso. As you can see, that F that I had previously painted, when I wiped it off, the color came right off. So I decided I needed some gesso. So I'm just going to do a very light coat with my finger of gesso to the letters, and that's going to prime them, and then they're going to absorb the color a whole lot better. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the color before. I'm just going to put it directly onto packaging and then just paint it right on to the letters, and it turns out really, really great. So I thought I was going to use, I'm definitely using this font, but I thought I was going to use the coral ones, which I have there on my page. But I actually decided not to. I actually decided to go ahead and paint all of the words. It's just going to be titled Fun Day Out, and I'm going to color all of the words in coordinating colors. So that kind of ends up being my only real additional embellishment on this layout. I really keep it very, very simple. I do some splatters that I do add just around where the colors, you know, where each color is. I add splatters in the coordinating color. So that just added a fun little extra touch. And then again, I'm going to take off those coral letters, and I'm going to go ahead and color the other words using the same technique. And I love how it turned out. It's a great way to have your own custom sort of embellishments or custom thickers. So yes, and those thickers are, the font is called Joy, and they're from American Craft Thickers. So yeah, I'm just doing the same thing here with the other colors. I really love how this turned out. It's super, super simple. It came together pretty quickly, but I really love how it turned out. I love how whimsical it is and how simple, and it just kind of captures the moment. It's just a picture of my boyfriend and I. We were taking a cruise ship tour. I already scrapped the picture from this day, I think last time on here. And I just wanted to capture this photo, and the wind is just blowing, and it's blowing in my hair. And I think the butterflies just capture that moment perfectly. So here are a couple of close-up shots. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you place any orders in the shop, make sure you mention my code CATTY10, and you will receive 10% off your order. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and have a great day. Bye!